I hate to say it, but we are a program that has my entire time there. We're a program that has relied on our defense. Now it's not great, but you can win a championship off that. We saw that last year. We had a good offense, but it was certainly without the defense, we would not have won. We would not have won that ring. I don't think anyone would have disagree with that. All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Tailgate Show. We are without any other guests today or hosts today. Again, a little scheduling conflict. We're gonna have CJ and Patty on the program again, but just couldn't get them in, couldn't get the schedules worked out. So just me today again. Just give me a short show. Hopefully against Brown next week, we have a longer show. Get a little more commentary for you before that matchup. Tough one. Tough one this week. We got Harvard, big bad Harvard, ninth in the country. Big bad Harvard coming to town. We haven't had a show and since the loss to Dartmouth, which was absolutely terrible. I mean, Poppy said it. It was an embarrassing loss for the program, embarrassing loss for him, for the squad. I know that's not like needed to be said, but oh my God. I mean, I turned that game off the third after the I mean in the first quarter it was over. Because and here's the thing, and we'll talk about it with actually I'll talk about it now. Dartmouth and Yale, and we talked about it honestly even against Penn. This team has moments. This team has flashes where you see the vision, you see what could be happening, but they just cannot. They can't put it together. I mean, against Dartmouth, you had a good drive, and then Sanchez, whatever. It was a bad ball. The route was okay. Like maybe you drifted. I don't even really know what the route was. I can't remember, but it was a many errors led to that pick. It wasn't just Sanchez. Now it wasn't a good decision. Pick six. Okay. Then we have after that. Okay, they get the long pass. They go down. They score 14-0 like that. I'm still sitting there at my TV thinking, okay, like this is bad, but the boys looked good on that first drive. Let's this nice methodical drive. Like we're finally getting some runs. Walters is looking fantastic. He's got his pads down. Let's see if he can fall forward. We'll get a good nice drive going. We go three and out. The punt is blocked. And watching that again, the special teams this year have been terrible. I mean, I'm sorry, they've been terrible. And then that brings us again to this next week where we play a Yale team. And honestly, I thought like we lost. It was 24-10, but it was a much better effort against a good Yale team. But it was just the same things cropping up. Can't finish in the red zone. Um, the special teams was atrocious, and on defense, like inability, it just didn't like we're not tackling, which was crazy. It's just crazy, and getting driven off the ball. So look, some of it, I think, like, but the Yale game was a good fight. I thought the boys put up a good fight. Obviously, in the third quarter, they go up big, and then that was kind of the end of it. But it was a closer contest, and it shows that the potential is there, which I think everyone knows. Like we are, we're ranked bottom in the FCS, I think, in a lot of categories. But I think people often mistake how close, like potential wise, we are. I think it's a lot, but like has been beaten to death. A lot of it is we're young, but eventually, and the injuries, the QB just absolute carousel of going back and forth between guys is tough to overcome. Yale, I actually thought we put up a good effort, which they're always going to do. It just didn't go our way. And again, you go all the way down the field. You have a huge momentum building play in that screen. I think it was a screen, but it was a huge pass. And you get all the way down on the red zone, damn near at the one. And then that whole interaction where there was like penalty on them, penalty on us, penalty on them. And then we still can't punch it in. It reminded me of back in the day when we would go slash and we put everybody and their mother up on the line of scrimmage, and we just run basically just slash your inside gap, and then it would just never work. Like it was reminiscent of that, which was not good. So and then we missed the field goal. And again, so it's the same stuff week in and week out. And I'm not saying anything that the guys don't know, but I think as a fan, it's frustrating to look at it and be like, why can't this stuff get fixed? So, and I know like in the locker room, that's the thing I also liked about the Yale game is you saw the boys having a good time, especially when they came back. They scored that first touchdown. Titus makes that catch. The boys were up. They were up. They were fired up. We had that one punt where I forget who made the tackle, but someone lit that kid up on the sideline, and the sideline's going crazy. Like, the team is ready to have a breakout game, which I keep saying, and then we lose, whatever it was, like 49-3. And so we need a little bit more execution, a little bit less excitement, if that makes any sense. But who knows? All right, let's talk about Columbia versus Harvard. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be tough, tough game to win. But Harvard's coming in. They got a lot of cockiness about them. Obviously, it's well deserved. Craig, their quarterback, is playing out of his mind. I mean, they're ranked number 9 in the country for a reason. No one's really been able to stop them. They got a great defensive front, which, as we saw, is tough for us. With our run game has been sporadic at best. Walters has shown the most life. But sporadic at best, I think is a compliment. So, we'll see what happens tonight. I think for us to have any sort of chance, we got to get better in the secondary, and we just got to get better at tackling, man. I mean, we just can't get anybody on the ground. And then offensively, I mean, close your eyes and point somewhere because it's just we gotta do something. I mean, I thought Chase actually played well. He was running, he was scrambling a little bit. It's just like we cannot shoot ourselves in the foot. That's the thing. It's again, you have the potential is there, and then we get all the way down the field, penalty. Get all the way down the field, missed field goal. I just can't happen. And I'm not saying that as someone, as a level above these guys. I'm saying that as someone who like made those mistakes and was in that moment where that can't happen. I've heard that coaching and I know that it can get fixed. And then I know the guys on the team can fix that. So, I think that this is going to be a game where the boys come out and they just swing. Harvard's going to be standing in front of them. The boys come out and they're going to fire an uppercut at Harvard. I know they will because it's just the way that the program is built. And whether that uppercut catches Harvard right on the chin, and we might have a little magic here on Friday night, or that uppercut's going to go right past and come smack us right back in the face. That's the two things that are going to happen. Either this is going to be a game that redeems the season, that we can point to and be like, this is Columbia football, or it's just going to be another check mark on the shitstorm that has been this season. Sorry for I don't want to call it that, but let's call a spade a spade. Keys to the game. It's the same thing. I mean, Craig, unfortunately, our pass defense has actually been a little bit better than our run defense, which is good. Again, I think the secondary is very talented. They just got to play a little bit more cohesively. But Craig's an absolute beast, and these receivers are good, and they're going to be coached well. The schemes are going to be good. So I think keys to the game are stopping the run and identifying run to pass a little bit more. It feels like a little bit, we're caught in between guys and a little bit unsure. And then defensively, just tackling. Let's just get guys on the ground. Let's get out of these drives, get the offense back on the field. I hate to say it, but we are a program that has my entire time there, and I think beforehand, we are a program that has relied on our defense. And now it's not great, but you can win a championship off that. We saw that last year. I mean, we had a good offense, but it was certainly without the defense, we would not have won. We would not have won that ring, and I don't think anyone would have disagree with that. They'd be crazy to. So this defense it's got to step up, but it's also got to be helped by the offense. And I think the offense has seen flashes. Chase, hopefully, him being back will be big. I think Titus is playing well, but again, we just gotta get the mistakes corrected. We gotta be better on third down. Can't have these penalties, and then special teams. I don't know what is going to happen because we've had the block punts, the missed field goals. I mean, special teams it's got to be better because the special teams is what's going to really kill us. And that's the most easy way to fix momentum swings in football is figure out your special teams. Because if something goes wrong with special teams, boom, that is a tone setter for the entire drive. Either you're coming out like, oh, I mean, oh, Jesus. Or you're coming out like, let's roll. So the special teams to me is honestly one of the top things that's got to get fixed because that can lead to a lot of momentum. And I think this team can really thrive on momentum. At the end of the day, this team's going to roll out there. They're going to swing as hard as they can at these Harvard boys, and we're going to see what happens. I think the line is around 30. Last time I saw FanDuel's got it at, let's see what FanDuel's got it at. All right, so right as of now, when I'm recording this, FanDuel's got a 28.5. Harvard's minus 28.5. So, I mean, I said Dartmouth with a lot of points, and I was wrong there. The over-under is 47.5. I mean, I'd love to say, you know what? I'm going to stick to my guns. I think the boys come out. Let's have a rebound game. I don't think they win, but I think that at least we cover the spread. 28 and a half, almost 30 points is crazy. I hope that the boys realize that this is a game where they can save our season in terms of just pulling this season out of the ditch that it's in right now. I think they realize that. They think they know what this moment means right now to go in there, beat a top 10 team in the country, what that would mean. So I think we're going to get a big swing from the Lions tonight. I hope that we cover the 28.5 spread. Under over 50, I think we go over. I mean, I know Harvard's going to put up a ton of points. Hopefully, the Lions can do something with the ball. And so, yes, that's what I got for betting. And I don't feel great about the spread, honestly. Now I look at it again, 20 and a half. This Harvard defense, our offense. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. Take the Lions plus 28 and a half. See what happens. And that's the show. I mean, we knew it wasn't not going to be a long show today. Let's see something out of this squad tonight. I hope that we look a little bit more polished, a little bit more aggressive, and give us something to cheer here because I think the boys we need it and they need it. And I don't see any quit, which is fantastic, and I didn't expect to. So let's see how it goes tonight. We will catch you next week for our show for Brown.